Yo, my favorite custom firmware is now basically an operating system. It just got a multiplayer game, a full basic interpreter that runs actual code files, an email app built into the device, Flipper Zero Bluetooth support, and 2 brand new devices. I'm Jay Blanked, and this is everything new in Picoware 2.2. And by the end of this video, you're gonna understand why I keep saying this firmware just doesn't stop growing. Now, if you're new here, Picoware is my open source custom firmware. It runs on the Flipper Zero, the Cardputer-ADV, the PicoCalc, and now 11 devices total. It's got an app store, a social network, on-device programming, an AI agent, and it just keeps getting better every release. If you've watched my last video, you already know the drill, so let's get into it. Now, before we get into what's new, let me run you through what's actually in this thing. First, on-device programming. You can write and run MicroPython or JavaScript apps directly on the hardware. It comes packed with an on-device editor too, so you can write the code and then run it right away. People are already building real tools with it. Next up, Picoware has an app store. This is wireless. You browse community apps, games, and screensavers, and you download them straight to the device. So no SD card shuffling or flashing a new build every time someone drops a new game. And next, Flip Social. It's a hardware-first social network that runs on device. There's over 3,500 registrations right now. You can view and post to the feed, send direct messages between each other, find and connect with other users, and view and edit your profile. And lastly, the stuff that makes the device fun to own day to day. A Game Boy emulator, audio recording, file management, games and screensavers, and Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and USB pen testing. Alright, that's the foundation. Now let's talk about what version 2.2 actually adds on top of it. But if you're new here, this is what I do. Firmware breakdowns for devices most people overlook. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one because Picoware ships updates fast. Alright, let's get into 2.2. This one is less about raw device support and more about turning Picoware into a real platform. Well, first up, Picoware now has an MMBasic Interpreter. That means it can execute actual .bas files on device. If you've ever messed with BASIC on old hardware, this is that. But now running on your Cardputer or PicoCalc or any of the other supported devices. Now, this is a genuinely big deal because it closes the gap in the PicoCalc community. There are some who are true MMBasic fans, and there are some, of course, who love Python or love C, but now everything is into one firmware. It also opens the door for way more community-built tools. Next up, our desktop companion app just got 2 new views. There's a code view where you can load, write, and execute code on your device, but from your computer. And there's a flash view, which lets you flash UF2 files straight to RP2040 and RP2350 devices. Although there's on-device flashing inside of Picoware, this allows you to flash other devices with ease. Next up, there's now a full email app baked into the system. You can read your inbox, see unread messages, and send emails right on the device. That moved from an external app into the core system, so it's just there by default now. Next up, Ghouls, a game that's already within Picoware, received a multiplayer update. So if you and a friend both have a supported device, you can play with a friend right now. And next up is the part that Flipper Zero owners have been waiting for. 2 things have changed. 1, Bluetooth Low Energy is now enabled. And 2, the firmware now loads from the SD card instead of baked into the flash. On top of that, the MCU was actually misreading at 640 megahertz before, and thanks to a comment on Reddit, that's fixed now. But I'll be straight with you, this is still early. Radio support is still coming in future releases, and BLE enabled is a real step, not just a bug fix. weeks. I'm committed to rolling out more and more Flipper Zero features release by release. Next, we have a forecast app and a micro browser app, and these both came from a contributor whose name I really can't pronounce. And Slasher006, who's the same person who built Pico Bomber last release and the Vibes MP3 app, he added a brand new adventure game called Pico Hans. And then there's a stack of quality of life fixes that matter more than they sound like. The keyboard and other GUI classes got cleaned up for consistent behavior across every device. There's a new screen brightness setting, and the Cardputer-ADV's backlight now uses proper PWM control. Wi-Fi settings now let you save an empty password for open networks. There's a new search bar GUI element, and there's a new battery class. So now you can actually see battery info in the system information app. So there you have it, a programming language, an email client, multiplayer gaming, real Bluetooth movement on Flipper Zero, 2 new boards, and a long list of fixes. This is why I keep saying this firmware doesn't slow down. All right, let's get this installed. The process is the same shape across all devices. Prep an SD card, drop in the right build, and flash it. But the exact steps differ per device. So I'll go one at a time with the top 3 supported devices. And like always, every link is in the description below. First, Flipper Zero. Download the Picoware repository as a zip and extract it. Now turn off your Flipper Zero, pull the SD card, and pop it into your computer. Now create a folder called Picoware on the root of your SD card and copy everything from the build/micropython/apps folder in that zip file into the folder you just created. We also need to get the new firmware folder, which is within build/micropython/sd. We want to copy that firmware folder inside to the root of our SD card as well. Now eject the card and put it back into your Flipper Zero. Now hold the center and back buttons together for 25 seconds. Then connect your Flipper Zero to your computer with a USB-C data cable. Then open QFlipper, click Install from File, and select the Picoware-Flipper Zero DFU file from the build/micropython directory. Then let the flashing finish, and once you see the Picoware logo, disconnect. Next up, PicoCalc, same starting point. Download and extract the repository. For PicoCalc, you're grabbing the UF2 build for your board from the build/micropython folder from within that zip file. So turn off your PicoCalc, then eject the SD card and put it inside of your computer. Now on your SD card, create a folder called Picoware if there isn't one already. Now inside of the build/micropython directory of the repository you downloaded, copy the apps, scripts, and MMBasic folder into that Picoware folder on your SD card. It should look something like this. Now eject your SD card and put it back into your PicoCalc. Now turn your device on its front so we can access the back. We're going to hold down the boot select button on the Pico while plugging it into your computer via micro USB. It'll mount as a mass storage drive afterwards, probably called RPI-RP2 if you're on an RP2040, or it'll say RP2350 if you have a Pico 2 or Pico 2W. Now within the build/micropython directory of Picoware that you just downloaded, you should see the UF2 builds. Grab the build that matches the Raspberry Pi Pico inside of your PicoCalc and then drag it and drop it into the drive that appeared. Wait until the flashing is complete, then you can unplug the device. Now turn your PicoCalc back over and power it on. And if you see the Picoware logo, you are all set. Because the Pico SDK just got bumped to 2.3.0 and RP2350 boards are now running at 240 megahertz within Picoware, this is also a great time to grab the latest build even if you're just updating. Lastly, let's get this on the Cardputer-ADV. Download Picoware as a zip file and extract it. Now power power off your Cardputer, eject the micro SD card and plug it into your computer. Now copy the Picoware-Cardputer.bin file from the builds/MicroPython directory and paste it into the root of your SD card. Now on the root of your SD card, we need to create a Picoware folder if there isn't one already. Now within the Picoware zip file, go to the builds/MicroPython directory again and copy the apps, scripts, and MMBasic folder into that newly created Picoware folder on the root of your SD card. It should look something like this. Now we're going to flash the firmware. To do this, we're going to use an app called M5 Burner, which is a tool from the M5 Stack official website. Open up the app and under Device, type Select Cardputer. Now type in M5 Launcher in the search bar and then click Download next to the M5 Launcher firmware. Now hold the Go button on your Cardputer while connecting it to your computer using a USB-C cable. Keep holding it until your computer recognizes a new storage device. It typically takes 1 to 3 seconds. Now inside of M5 Burner, click Burn, then Continue, then change the COM port to the one that corresponds to your Cardputer, and then click Start. Now wait until the flashing process is complete. Then disconnect your Cardputer from your computer and turn it on. M5 Launcher should be installed and ready to go. Now from the main menu, click SD and then scroll down and select the Picoware-Cardputer.bin file. Then click Install. Now just wait until the installation process is complete and your Cardputer will reboot running Picoware. And again, the full step-by-step for every device plus every download link is in the description. If you get stuck, the Discord is the fastest way to receive help. So that's Picoware 2.2, a basic interpreter, code and flash views in our companion desktop app, a full email system, multiplayer ghouls, real Bluetooth movement on Flipper Zero, 2 new boards, and a bunch of fixes that make every device feel tighter than last release. Now, which one of these are you most excited to try out first? MMBasic, the email app, or Flipper Zero Bluetooth? So let me know down in the comments below. I'm Jay Blanked. Thanks for watching. Peace.